Hi besties! We are gonna start off by making some treats for the cocoa bar first, and then we'll decorate it next. I'm gonna show you guys everything I'm gonna be using, and then we'll get started. The first thing we're gonna make are chocolate pretzels. So I purchased this red chocolate and the green chocolate over at Michael's. I started by putting it in the microwave to melt for 30 seconds at a time, and it did take around 1 minute. I purchased the pretzel rods at my local grocery store at Smith's. They were hard to find. I went to 2 different stores to find them. I'm just gonna coat the pretzels in the chocolate and set them aside so they can harden up. I'm gonna do the same with the red chocolate. I'm just gonna cover my pretzel. I love how they look. I love the colors of Christmas, like the red and the green, but you can do any color that you choose. If you have chocolate chips at home, you can melt those down and also cover your pretzels with it and just add some sprinkles. I think that would look really nice as well. Next, I'm gonna decorate my pretzels with these white candy melts. I'm just gonna melt it in the microwave again for 30 seconds. This one took a little bit longer to melt than the green and the red chocolate. I'm adding all of my chocolate into a sandwich bag. I did cut the tip of it with the scissors, but the hole ended up being too big. So I moved the chocolate over to the other side and just poked a hole with a toothpick, and I'm just now drizzling on the white chocolate, and look how beautiful it came out. Start working with my 2 molds. I'm gonna melt down the chocolate in the microwave, and I will show you guys what we're gonna be doing. Using these 2 chocolates right here. I just want to see if these will work on the molds right here, if it will hold up just like this chocolate does. I purchased the silicone molds on Amazon. They were $8. 5 came in the pack. So I started off by adding the chocolate in here and just moving it around. Once you shake it up a little bit, it does give it a smoother look. I think if I would have done 2 coats, it would have came out better. After I added all of my chocolate to the mold, I put it in the refrigerator for about 15 minutes so it can harden up. When I took it out of the refrigerator and started removing the chocolate from the mold, my edges were cracking. So I do recommend, if you purchase the mold, to give it 2 coats and try it that way. The other tip that I want to give you guys is to cut up your mold. I ended up cutting one of my molds up into 6 different pieces, and that made it so much better. The chocolate came out really nice on the edges, and I'll show you guys that up next. I added half of a tablespoon of my favorite hot chocolate, which is the Abuelita, and I'm adding some marshmallows. You can add some sprinkles. If you like peppermint, you can add that as well, or if you like to add chocolate chips and make it even more rich in chocolate, you can also do that too. I put my plate in the microwave for 40 seconds so it can warm up. What you want to do is just grab your half that doesn't have the hot cocoa in it and just put it on the warm plate. It's going to melt a little bit, and that's what's going to make the 2 halves seal together. Here's the mold that I cut up. I decided to make 1 more out of white chocolate. From all of the ones I made, the 3 bottom ones, I made those with the mold that I cut up, and look how much nicer they came out. Just took out the white chocolate from the fridge, and oh my gosh, look how perfect the edges look. Oh my gosh, you guys, if you buy the mold, separate them, because look how perfect they come out. These, I pulled it a little bit too much right there, but that's okay. Look how beautiful. This one was the first one. Look at how small it looks. Kind of looks a little sad. Just gonna melt it down just a little. You can kind of see that it's melting on the sides. Okay, perfect. Now I'm just gonna put it on here. And there you go. I added some more white chocolate into another sandwich bag just so I can decorate the cocoa bombs. I had a little bit of the dark chocolate left over, so I didn't want to use another sandwich bag. I'm just going to try and use the spoon. I was almost forgetting to let you guys know that the chocolate chips did work for the cocoa bombs. Next, I'm going to be making some Christmas tree brownies. I did bake mine this morning and I lined the bottom with some parchment paper just to make it easier to remove. I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of store-bought frosting, and I'm going to add a little bit of this green food coloring. I'm going to start by cutting the brownie in half, and then I'm going to make an outline of where I want to cut the brownie trees. I would recommend that before you start cutting, just to make sure you get the shape that you want. Onto the fun part of decorating. So with our frosting, we're just gonna make some zigzags on our brownies like this, and I just think they look beautiful. It gives it that effect of a Christmas tree. Here are some of the treats that we've made so far. I think the cocoa bombs are my favorite. I just love the way they look. I love the white chocolate one. I'm just gonna add them onto my cupcake holders right here that I purchased at Home Goods. I just think it makes it look a little bit more high end. And one thing that I didn't show was me putting the pretzels in those long bags. I did purchase those at Joann's, and I just think it makes it look a lot nicer. The container I'm putting the cocoa bombs in, I purchased over at Hobby Lobby. I just think it looks so nice with the red and white stripes. And then you're gonna see the lid right now. It says Merry Christmas. I just think it's adorable. I think it would be really nice if you were to give these away as a gift. I think the container makes it look high-end, like if you purchased it from the store. I just think the whole presentation looks really beautiful. Next, we're gonna make some gingerbread chocolates. I just melted some more of the dark chocolate, and I'm just gonna pour it in here and put it in the refrigerator for about 15 minutes so it can harden up. Next, we're gonna make some Oreo balls. I only did 20 Oreos, and I'm gonna be using half of a stick of cream cheese. You could use the whole bag of Oreos, but I just wanted to make a little bit since I already have a variety of treats. We're just gonna mix it a little bit to soften the cream cheese a little bit, and then once that's all mixed, we're gonna add our crushed Oreos in here. Going to start by using my ice cream scoop just to make them all the same size, and what I want to do is just roll them into a ball, and I'm going to set them aside on my parchment paper. We're going to put them in the refrigerator. I left mine for about 45 minutes while I was doing other things with the treats. I'm also going to be making some ginger snap balls. I'm going to follow the same process. I used about 10 of these cookies, and I'm going to use the remaining half of the cream cheese and mix it all together. Next, we're gonna start by making some Rice Krispie treats. I'm gonna use 3 cups of the Rice Krispie cereal. Before adding the cereal, I did spray it with some butter Pam. I'm also gonna spray my pot so it doesn't stick when I add the marshmallows. I'm also gonna be using 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm only using half of the bag of marshmallows. Once the marshmallows are all melted down, we want to add it onto our Rice Krispie cereal and just mix it together. Once all of this is all mixed together, we are going to put it into our pan and just set it aside for a little while to harden up and stick together. So now we're gonna make some chocolate spoons. I lost the footage of me making the white chocolate, but we are also gonna be making some of the dark chocolate. I really like these. I think these are so much fun for the kids and even for myself. I enjoy using the chocolate spoons with my cocoa. I just think it's so much fun. For the dark chocolate, I did melt down some more of the chocolate chips. So you can use either chocolate, you guys. If you guys have chocolate chips at home, just use those. I added some more white chocolate into my sandwich bag, and I think by decorating them, it just makes them look like if you purchase them from the store. And look what I do here, you guys. I squeezed the bag too much and a lot came out. So instead of letting that chocolate go to waste, I'm just gonna grab another spoon and just pick it up from the parchment paper. I'm gonna add some sprinkles just to these two, just to cover up my mistake. But I really like the way the last one came out. It kind of looks like it's a white and a dark chocolate. So now that our Rice Krispie treats have hardened up a little bit, I'm just going to cut them out with this cookie cutter mold. It's a little gingerbread. I just think it's gonna look adorable, and it's gonna look so nice with everything else that I have going on with my little gingerbread theme. So our chocolate spoons are already hardened up. I just set them aside for about maybe 20 minutes. I was doing this whole thing all together, so I would start one thing and then move on to the next thing and just let it harden up. So by adding the little bags, you guys, I think they look so much nicer. I'm gonna do the same thing with the Rice Krispie treats. I'm just gonna add them to the bag and put a little tie on them. You could actually put a ribbon as well, and I think that would look really cute. I just took out the ginger and the Oreo balls from the refrigerator. Now I'm just going to dip them in the melted white chocolate just to coat them. I'm actually going to be doing something different with the ginger balls. I'm just going to coat those in powdered sugar and set them aside. I'm not going to add chocolate to those. These are all of the treats that I made for my hot cocoa bar. I did also record me decorating the cocoa bar. That video is going to be live tomorrow. I'm actually going to be editing it right now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love the way all of the treats came out. I think putting them in a little bag makes them look so much nicer, like if you purchase them at the store. I love the little gingerbread theme that I went with. I'm really happy with the way everything turned out. Please leave me a comment down below and come back tomorrow to watch me decorating my cocoa bar. I'm really excited to show you guys. I think it came out amazing. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, besties.